can make your own bright future, Tom Trails.
2 weeks had passed since Tom had been baptized. These 2 weeks had been the happiest time of his life. But during this period, he began to learn the great lesson that solving yesterday's problems does not keep one free from running into new ones. It all started one morning as the students were getting on the bus after seminary. Tom was following Lily down the aisle of the bus when all of a sudden Sam Preston reached out and pulled Lily into the seat beside him.
Let me go, Sam.
What are you looking at, Tom? Go sit down.
Why don't you make me?
All right, back there. Settle down or I'll throw you off the bus.
Come on, Tom. Cool down.
But Tom couldn't cool down. All the way to school, his eyes were fixed on Lily and Sam. Sam would say something and she would laugh.
Why doesn't she get up and move? Why does she go along with him? Don't you ever tell me to sit down again or else.
Oh, Tom, don't be such a hothead. Sam doesn't mean any harm. He just likes to have a little fun. Don't take everything so seriously.
Yeah, Tommy, can't you take a little joke?
Tom felt his anger shift from Sam to Lily. In disgust, he walked on. He was discouraged the rest of the day. The next day, Tom thought many times of what had happened on the bus the day before.
Why did Lily sit by him? Why did she seem to enjoy it? Why did she take his side of the argument?
As Tom was sitting on the grass during the noon hour, he saw Lily walking by. She smiled at him, but made no effort to come over to see him. For the first time since he had met her, she made him feel she didn't really care about him. He didn't know when it had happened exactly, but somehow he decided that Lily was more or less his and that no one else really had any right to be with her. That afternoon, Tom was on the bus early. He hoped that Lily would sit with him, but she was with Sam again. She walked past Tom and sat down with Sam. Again, Tom felt hurt inside. As the bus made its way down the long road home, he decided that he'd show Sam. He was sure Sam wanted to take Lily to the big school dance that was coming up, but he'd see to it that that wouldn't happen.
I'll ask Lily to go with me. Sam will really be disappointed when Lily tells him she's going to the dance with me.
That night was MIA. Tom met Lily in the chapel. He felt a bit uncomfortable talking to her, but he was determined to ask her to go to the dance with him. Tom had never been to a dance. He really wasn't much of a dancer, and the thought of asking Lily to go to a dance with him caused him to tremble inside.
Hey, Lily, you know that dance coming up? Well, I was wondering, could you go to that with me?
Oh, Tom, why didn't you ask me earlier? I'd love to go with you, but, well, Sam has already asked me to go with him. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
Where are you going? Don't be mad.
Tom didn't reply and continued to go toward the door. Inside, he had the hurt feeling that he'd hoped Sam would feel. Now things were all turned around. Everything seemed turned around. Tom didn't stay for MIA. Instead, he left the chapel and started for home.
I'll get even with them. Sam's been asking for it. Well, tomorrow he'll get it. I'll make him wish he'd never started anything with me. As far as Lily goes, she can go with anybody she wants to. I'll never speak to her again as long as I live.
For the first time since he got baptized, Tom didn't pray that night. He didn't feel like it. The next morning, as Tom entered the seminary classroom, Lily hurried up to him.
Hi, Tom. I'm glad to see you up so early.
Tom turned away and took his seat as though he had not seen or heard her. Lily was embarrassed and hurt. Brother Adams asked the class to open their Bibles to read and study the Beatitudes.
I'll give you 15 minutes to study these great statements of Christ. Pick out the one you feel is most important. Then each of you can stand and tell us what it means to you. After each beatitude, why don't you try adding the words, "Who turn unto me"? The Book of Mormon suggests this, and it might help you to better understand these great statements of Christ.
Tom had felt like he wanted to hurt Lily, and now that he had, he felt sorry. She was very much on his mind as he opened his Bible to Matthew 5:3 and began to read.
Blessed are the poor in spirit, who turn unto me, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. I was poor in spirit, and I turned to God. He allowed me to enter his kingdom, but now I've turned away from him by acting the way I have these last 2 days. Blessed are they that mourn, who turn unto me, for they shall be comforted.
Tom turned and looked at Lily. She held her handkerchief in her hand as she read, and it was obvious that she was still crying. Tom felt near tears himself as he read on.
Blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness, who turn unto me, for they shall be filled. Please forgive me for my thoughts about Lily and about Sam. Blessed are the merciful, who turn unto me, for they shall obtain mercy.
Tom had planned to get revenge, but now his heart was full of mercy. He stopped reading and for the next few moments entered into deep thought about these words of Jesus and about the sorrow he had caused Lily.
Well, you've had 15 minutes. Now it's time to report. Tom, why don't you get us started?
I can't choose any one of these messages as being the most important. All I know is that lately, I guess I haven't been living the way that Jesus says I should. I've acted like, well, I wanted to hurt people because I thought they had hurt me. But now I don't want to hurt them. I am sorry for what I've done, and I hope I can make it up to someone I have hurt. I hope I can have mercy on those who hurt me, and in turn I hope they and Jesus will have mercy on me.
Lily now realized how what she had done had hurt Tom. Now she understood the treatment he had given her. She truly mourned, and as she understood Tom's words, she was comforted. Later, it was Lily's turn to talk about the meaning of the Beatitudes.
It seems like Tom has said what I wanted to say. I hope I can hunger and thirst after righteousness the way he does. When I hear him, I know that he has truly been filled with these things.
After class, Tom and Lily met near the door. As they both spoke at the same time, the words seemed to bang together in midair.
I'm sorry.
They both caught the humor of the situation and had a good laugh.
Hey, Lily, you cute little Mormon, come back here.
You had your turn yesterday.
Hey, Tommy, you still a mean tiger today?
No, Sam, I'm afraid not. But if I wasn't LDS, I'd smoke a peace pipe with you.
Very funny, very funny.